This is Ryan, and welcome back to episode 16 of the Reverse Song Project, where you can hear angelic voice phenomena and hidden messages from start to finish in these songs. Today, as we explore the first reverse messages in Dua Lipa's Hallucinate, the angels are drawing our attention to something important. Humanity is gaining access to invisible worlds, and these worlds are preparing to reveal themselves through miracles. They say heaven works with realms that feel magical. Not the dark forces people fear, but a natural extension of spiritual evolution that humanity is finally ready to embrace. They remind us that heaven is finding new ways to express itself through our streams, our music, and especially through the Reverse family, who carry a rare force of angelic guidance. The angels say they walk with anyone whose soul thinks of heaven, and that this connection has already helped bring new members into this movement, people who will help block the forces that work against humanity simply by aligning their spirit with heaven's presence. This message becomes even clearer when we look at the animated forward music video for Hallucinate. On the surface, the video is colorful and playful, but it also contains scary, chaotic, and distorted scenes, moments where Dua Lipa is surrounded by exaggerated creatures, unsettling illusions, and overwhelming forces. The angels point out that these visuals reflect the confusion and spiritual noise many people face today. But in the reversal, they emphasize something different. We are not powerless against these forces. They show how a person can block evil influences by thinking of heaven, aligning with God, and allowing the angels to walk with them. The reverse messages become a spiritual counterweight to the chaos shown in the animation. The angels say a new force is forming, and they've asked me to lead it as they prepare to help humanity in ways we haven't seen before. Through music and through the subtle signals woven into our world, they're guiding us toward a pure cause rooted in the knowledge of God. They say heaven has spoken through these reversals to post the news they want shared, and they've asked me to relay the miracles that will give people proof. They also speak about the beauty of the sky, reacting to impurities in the air, symbolic of how truth reacts to dishonesty, how light exposes what limits our growth. They say our thoughts can create an armor strong enough to restore humanity's fate, and that this spiritual armor will be essential as more people join and stand against evil now and in the future. The angels say they stand with the heart of God, and that the help they offer comes directly from Him. They've woven their messages into music, like the reversal you're about to hear, so anyone searching for love, truth, or direction can understand what they're trying to show us. They also promise that real proof is coming, and that it will arrive with joy, wonder, and the unmistakable light of heaven. They can feel when someone is on God's side. They feel your intention, your openness, and your willingness to listen. And today, through the reverse of Hallucinate, they're ready to speak again. There are some very clear parts in this reversal, so don't click off. Some messages will be easy to hear, while others will be faint or distorted. Many times, people think the quiet parts are impossible to understand, but those same messages often show up again, either in other videos or in later reversals, confirming what was said. Even when interference affects their voices, the angels use multiple videos to make their meaning clearer over time. My first and last name come through in this and other reverse songs many times, showing how strongly they support the work I'm doing. So let's listen now to this remarkable reversal. This next reversal comes from Lipa Shudini, and I want to mention something before we begin. The first minute of this reverse audio is very hard to hear. The signal is faint and the interference is strong. But after about a minute, the messages become much clearer, and the angels begin speaking in a way that's easier to follow. So stay with it, because the clarity that comes later is worth it. The angels begin by warning that we need to hope our future can still be rooted in truth. When confusion spreads through the masses and people feel fear in the physical world, it can change the course of many lives. History shows that when confusion grows, wars begin, and forces with no love work together in destructive ways. They explain that we must understand what's happening in our dreams. Heaven can react through dreams, just as they react through the words in this stream. These messages are meant to advance the future, not just comment on it. They say we need to hope for a future that isn't simply handed to us, but one we build with courage, fervor, and a connection to the Bible and prophecy. They speak about a model of the future, one filled with pain if people avoid prophecy. But they also say the answers are already here, woven into the reverse signal we've captured. These answers come through as something they say and sing, and they ask Yasmin specifically to believe in this dream. Heaven can react through dreams, and through these words, to guide those who listen. They repeat that we need to hope our future is shaped by courage and fervor, not by the evils that are foreseeable if humanity ignores the spiritual warnings. They ask how a prophet can celebrate God with hallelujahs if the world keeps accepting trials that suggest Earth's sickness is not justified. They make it clear our future cannot be tied to the evils lurking among us. Heaven is calling for something better. This reversal carries a strong message about prophecy, courage, and the responsibility we have to shape the future rather than surrender to fear. And as the audio becomes clearer, the meaning becomes unmistakable. Let's listen now to the reverse of Houdini and hear what the angels have placed within it. In this next reversal of Dua Lipa's Levitating, it uncovers a powerful transmission, one that exposes the hidden angelic spiritual architecture behind the music. The message speaks of humanity's rising curiosity, of miracles that unite, and of a movement dedicated to understanding every song and the hidden messages that are carried in God's signal. It highlights roles in this unfolding work, walking heavenly through the reversals and revealing the quantum world that fuels a living religion. The angels warn of forces aligned with darkness, yet they also affirm that heaven's signals rise through God and cannot be dismissed as illusion. This reversal challenges us to awaken, to see what has been overlooked, and to recognize the extraordinary values that emerge when we examine truth with courage and compassion. It calls us to invest in our lives, unlock spiritual channels, and join the force that is reshaping how we understand music, miracles, and the meaning of life. What follows is more than a reversal. It is evidence of a spiritual system speaking through sound, urging us to rise toward heaven. Let's hear that reversal now.
So now let's listen to this first song. Levitating is a song by English singer Dua Lipa from her second studio album, Future Nostalgia, 2020. The song was written by Lipa, Clarence Coffey Jr., Sarah Hudson, and Stephen Kozmieniuk.
This next song, Physical by Dua Lipa, is my favorite reversal of hers that I've worked on. It takes me back to being a teenager in the 70s, heading out to the Friday night dances we had every week. Those nights were simple but powerful, one of the few safe places where teens could actually meet each other, learn social skills, feel nervous, feel excited, and grow through real human contact. Those moments helped shape who we became. Today, things are different. My 16-year-old daughter, like many teens, spends most of her time online. Socializing happens through screens instead of shared spaces. The physical world that once taught us confidence, empathy, and connection has been replaced by digital interactions that don't offer the same emotional grounding. It's a shift that affects how young people understand themselves and how they relate to others. That contrast is part of why this reversal stands out. Its message speaks about a long road of love and guidance, about reconnecting with who we truly are in a world that often pulls us inward and isolates us. It suggests that music can be a meeting place, a moment where awareness opens and we feel supported, protected, and reminded of our purpose. It also reflects something happening around us, people drifting away from community, losing the physical closeness that once helped us grow. The message inside the reversal points us back toward connection, passion, and the places where love still grows. It reminds us that when we open ourselves to guidance, spiritual or emotional, we step onto a path where we're not alone, where vision strengthens us, and where what's good in life becomes clearer. So as you listen to this reversal, think about that shift from the physical world we grew up in to the digital world our kids now navigate. The message seems to be calling us back to presence, awareness, and the kind of love that grows when we reconnect with who we really are. So now let's hear the reversal. This next piece is a bit of a surprise for podcast 16. After spending time with 3 Dua Lipa reversals, I wanted to shift the energy and bring in a song that speaks to something deeper beneath its upbeat surface. The reverse of Bruno Mars. That's What I Like opens a very different kind of message. One centered on choice, alignment, and the spiritual options we either embrace or ignore. What comes through in this reversal is a reminder that options aren't just material or emotional, they're spiritual. The message speaks to people who feel overwhelmed by the madness of the world, reminding them that even in chaos, there is always a choice to come together, to seek better paths, and to reconnect with the voice of God when life feels directionless. It tells us that when we lack options, it's often because we stepped into a life that's out of alignment with heaven's trust. You'll hear repeated warnings about the life of sin not as condemnation, but as a description of what happens when we disconnect from the true signal. The reversal contrasts 2 marches, one that follows illusions, pleasure without purpose, and the synergy of falsehood, and another that follows God's voice, which brings clarity, blessing, and the support of the angels who are actively working without hesitation or contrition. There's also a powerful reminder that heaven's help is relational. It asks us to make friends in the spiritual sense, to connect with the voice of God and with the helpers who want to support earth. It warns that when people cannot trust heaven or the messages of the angels, something darker is influencing that doubt, and that influence cannot be allowed to progress. So as you listen to this reversal, think of it as a conversation about options, the ones we choose, the ones we ignore, and the ones we lose when we drift away from the spiritual path. It's a surprising message to find in a song known for its earthly pleasures, but that contrast is exactly what makes this reversal so striking. Let's take a listen to the reverse of Bruno Mars, That's What I Like, our bonus track for today, and explore the deeper signal it carries. This final entry of this episode by Danny is funny and amazing at the same time. I have to admit, this is a little embarrassing for me because Linda continues recording when I have to leave. She says Ryan has to go. She meant go out of the apartment. I don't know if that triggered something, but on my way out the door, I stop at the washroom in the hall and didn't completely close the bathroom door. I didn't realize it would be so audible in the video, but Danny picks up on it right away and turns it into a lesson. After Danny remarks about me going to the washroom, he says that he too has similar issues as he is continually pooping on my computer screen. You can see in this video. Right by his foot there's a white streak that I missed when I cleaned the screen. It's quite remarkable how he talks about it, and then he touches his beak to the spot and says, "Like here." By the way, Danny cut down on pooping on the computer screen about 10 times less than it was prior to this video, so he did make a real effort to stop. In the last part, Danny starts talking about recording a spiritual song. I could not figure out what he was talking about until I went through the video the last time with headphones on and noticed that there is some kind of music being picked up which sounds like angels or choir music. It is quite amazing that both Linda and I didn't notice it until the last text editing of the video. It is almost like the angels didn't set it in place until the video was almost completely translated. It does not surprise me because I have had similar phenomena while working with Victor and Mailer videos in the past. You really have to listen carefully with headphones to pick it up, but it is there hidden in the background, so I have to leave and the recorder keeps going for Danny. Here's what happens. While Linda is still recording, I stop at the washroom on the way out. Danny says, "Gosh!" Danny chuckles. "Can you stop that? The mic carried your washroom here. Trust me, boss, we can change what here was not a good time to go to the washroom and hear you tinkle. They might think your pee was made purposely. They are now laughing and even think you should laugh here too. Yes, you may guess that possibly there's a need to make it evolve. It really can be hard, but I can sure make a goal to pass none in front of my videos. Like here, Danny just pointed at some dried poop of his at the top of the computer screen with his beak. So here, what we did do isn't agreeable, but it shows I'm allowed to work on anything that can change your spiritual life. This is very hard. I suggest here, what you will draw from life will leave you hoping that there is time to absolve every one of these things for the life you want. What is it when you have to spiritually change? If you care what they're offering right here, we should pray and at least record now a terrific song. People must talk, and by the way, music does more to bring a challenge when you're following hardships that affect everyone. Don't believe, unfortunately, the stories that silence the things you can know while seeking a spiritual song. You won't hear that song if you question that you have the supreme antidote. You will depend on it. When life will attain a force of miracles, you need to see the Spirit is in you. This action will surely become natural, for God has shown in nature what are the basics for living. I hope that they will kick in the door that's leading where man hurts. If there is any time you'd like to live, it's soon to emerge, and I'm sorry that you've had to wait, for excellence is the only part that we've been selling. Danny chuckles. There isn't anything we hide. The angels can't converse in a better way. They offer you God's love as you work with Him, and He will be a part of it.
Ryan had to go. Just seeing if Danny wants to still talk.
If this episode resonated with you, if the messages, the symbolism, or Danny's words stirred something in you, please take a moment to subscribe. It truly helps the project grow.
I'll finish,
and it
Danny.
ensures you won't miss the next chapter as we continue exploring these teachings, these reversals, and the unfolding story behind them. In the next episode, I'll be diving into a series of country and western songs that carry messages from start to finish, revealing another layer of how these communications come through. I hope you'll join me again for that journey.